Hi there. So you want to buy a fitness or wellness franchise? Where do you start? Ultimately, my recommendation is you start with a brand that you're passionate about. Oftentimes, it's something that you have a relationship with in your community or you're already a customer of that brand. So that's typically where you get excited. Call it you're an Orange Theory Fitness user, and you go, "Ooh, I would like to own my own Orange Theory." Now, the challenge with that ends up being if you live in that community, the odds of the availability being there is not overly high because someone has already opened up an Orange Theory in your marketplace. So, in this video, we're going to talk through what it takes to become a fitness or wellness type franchise owner. So, for you, if you're watching this video, you can go on 1851. We have a few resources for you. If you click on how to buy a franchise, we have our franchise buying masterclass. We have a white paper that gives you really good information on the process of buying a franchise. I have found that many franchise buyers don't even understand what franchising is when they get involved in the business. So therefore, if you do some of your homework on what is franchising, it's going to help guide you through the process. We also have that masterclass where it's free. It costs nothing to enroll. So you enroll. We're going to walk you through the what's the whys, doing your homework. What's an FDD? Big deal for those who don't have experience in buying a franchise, but those that do, there's a lot of good resources that exist within here. Within the Growth Club, we're also here to help you. So if you go and we'll just click on fitness, health, and wellness. It'll give you some of the matches of brands that exist in this category. Not a complete list. We're going to continue to build out our Growth Club list, but this will give you a sense of what brands exist in the category. And ultimately, if you want help in your journey of becoming a franchise owner, you click book a free call with us, and we'll be happy to walk you through what we see, what are the insights, what are the secrets to buying a franchise. If you've picked a category, obviously you could look at that brand, or you picked a brand that you're a fan of. You can look at that brand and go directly into the franchisor's website, but you can also search for things like top fitness franchises. The ads are always at the top, so you can see all of these are ads. Google does a really good job of giving you a sense of what brands are in that category. And then there's tons of lists. Now, remember, these lists, even if they say the top, they haven't bought into these brands. So don't use these lists as the be-all, end-all. Use it as a form of your research to find a brand that you like. And then when you find that brand, go ahead and Google it with the word franchise. Go look at their franchise websites. Same is true for wellness brands. If you click on top wellness brands, there's a whole bunch of lists, stories that will come up front and center. And so you want to make sure that you're getting as much information as possible. Now, my recommendation is once you figure out how much you can invest, that's going to be one. You want to align that investment back to a brand. So pick a brand and then expand your list to 3 to 5. This way, when you're charting out, like I want to buy Nick's fitness brand, now I can look at 3 to 5 other brands and say, here's how I feel it lines up. You're looking at the brand, the depth of the brand when you get to their franchise website. You're looking, do they have franchisee stories? Are you inspired by the leadership? Does the cost to get in make sense, or is it sound to how much you could potentially make? And so there's a lot of tools here that exist for helping you find the right fitness franchise. But again, like if you need help, go to 1851franchise.com, click on the Growth Club, fill out the form. We're happy to help you on there. You might actually talk to me when you go through that process. Or obviously start doing your research on your own and figure out what franchise makes sense for you. The resources that exist in this category, though, or in franchising period on 1851, are all designed to help you figure out like what are the true questions you should ask in that process. But again, if you need help, go ahead and reach out. I love the fitness and wellness categories. Wellness was a category that didn't even really exist 10 years ago, and now it's very, very, very large, of all these brands that are helping us try to live a better and cleaner life. And then the fitness brands have transformed over time from the big box Baileys that have taken it down to some of the smaller 24/7 fitness brands that still have all the bells and whistles of the big box, but break it down. Or I think the classes have been pulled out of some of the bigger businesses and brought down to local level, like the Orange Theory Fitness. So there's a ton of cool brands that exist in those categories, a lot of up and comers. The last thing I'm going to say is don't believe in the hype. Sometimes a lot of hype on a concept, but you still have to make sure that the product has a point of differentiation. The cost to get in is sound to how much you can make. You can open in the market that you want to open in. You believe in the leadership. You believe in the support. And ultimately, when you do validation, there's good validation there. Should you pioneer or be a pioneer franchisee with a brand that's more in its early growth stages? Yeah, if you believe in the founder and you believe in the leadership, because ultimately you're going to bet on the jockey, not on the horse in that sense. So great category to be in. You still want to march through those challenge points to make sure that it aligns back to who you are in your core, because you're going to be in this business for a very long time. But just like the other categories, tremendous category, especially if you have a passion about health or wellness. This could be a good one to align your business outcomes that you're trying to accomplish with your passions on your way to obviously becoming a franchisee.